let me say stupid thing that I've done for love is stealing my sister's clothes to give to her.
Really?
What?
That's so crazy.
That's real. That's real though, because you're like, now I'm getting this for you. This looks like a date. How do you guys feel about men going on dates? Because we were having a conversation earlier and I noticed both of you didn't say anything much.
For me, I'm a very fluid person, so like going on a date with a guy for me is not an issue. Like, can just go for dinner, can just hang out, watch football. Like, it's not really an issue for me. Like going on a date just doesn't mean romantic. I mean, also mean like platonic as well. So yeah, I'm on a date right now, and I don't mind. So
What
that's
about
me.
you?
Okay. Actually, to me, I think it depends on the kind of relationship I have with the person. Because basically, like, a random person can't just text me and say, okay, let's go on a date. Or probably we have been having a conversation and I've not get to meet you or something. And
Yeah.
you tell me, let's go on a date. I'll be, bro, are we normal? So, do you get it? So, but then if it is like my friend, like my close friend, someone we are here, I know that, okay, there is nothing. We are just going out to chill. Do you get? So,
All right. So, welcome to the Noisy Streets podcast. This is another episode of the Loveboat segment. And I'm on a date with, you guys introduce yourself. Tell us what you do. Tell us your careers. Let's hear it.
My name is Chidi. Unfortunately, I'm a lawyer. I'll say unfortunately.
Why unfortunately?
Because I don't like lawyers, and law is in Nigeria doesn't exist. So I just feel like I wasted my 5 years. I don't lie to you, but I'm still a lawyer, Sha. I'm also a podcaster as well. So I'm a lawyer / podcaster.
So why did you then go into law?
Why did I go into law? My dad forced me. He was like, oh, if I do law, I can also do other things as well. So he was like, I should just do law. But I think he also wanted to be a lawyer, so he passed it on to me because he couldn't be a lawyer. So he just passed it on to me, basically.
Okay.
So,
Okay, not bad. Okay, I am Julius Billy, and I work with Interswitch as an engineer, repair and maintenance engineer.
okay. So you're good with your hands?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so tell us, what are your career goals? You already told us that law isn't something you really plan. Do you plan to practice it? I doubt.
Do I plan to practice?
Yeah, law.
I feel like if I'm doing like media or entertainment law, probably, or like intellectual property, but like any other aspect, I don't see myself doing it. But law is still like, people still practice, but for me, I don't see myself.
What about you, Julius? You're already an engineer. What career goals? Do you see yourself being an engineer for like the next 5-10 years? Or do you have another plan?
Okay, like, let me say currently, no plans, but I can only see myself making money. So anywhere there is money, I can venture into it.
But I feel like my dream, if I could say my dream job, I would say I would like, in an ideal world, I'd like to be like a gigolo or something like that, like anything in that field for me, because I just love women, so yeah.
Would you have like you know how everything is still segmented if you were a gigolo? What type of clientele would you like to have as like
30 to 50, like that age
older
range.
women?
The older women for sure. They have money now, you get what I'm saying? Like young babes don't have money, so that's where the money is, so that's where I'll go to.
Okay, that sounds questionable, but still cool, I guess. What's the most romantic thing you've ever done for a woman that you were talking to, or you just started talking to try to like woo her?
Okay, once I start like having conversations, like 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, like I feel like I'm giving you all of my time.
Really?
Yes, I'm giving you all of my time.
So basically, you're not like a talker, like you like being by yourself.
Yes, most times I like being alone. So,
Okay.
but I prefer texting. So if I'm texting you, but once it is phone call and it is lasting like more than 30 minutes, guy, it's a
Really,
whole lot for me.
really. So you can't do like midnight calls, basically. Like, wow.
I love my sleep. I don't get to sleep like during the day. So it's
Okay.
just night. So once it is 11, 12, I have to sleep.
So like when you're sacrificing yourself, your sleep for a babe, that means you really like.
I've gone extra.
Okay,
Like,
okay.
that's just it.
For me, like I like talk. I won't say I like talking, but like if you say babe, I like talking. So like I can talk to a babe for like hours. So really, talking is not really an issue for me. I won't say I'm a romantic person. So anything I do for a babe, or someone I'm interested in, is always for me going the extra mile. Like, okay, like if I go out with you, like if I send you stuff, or even me sending you memes as well, like, or like things on Twitter or like Instagram, like that's me. If I'm doing that for you, that's me. That means I'm really into the babe. You get what I'm saying? So
Okay.
if I'm texting her a lot as well, that means I'm really into her.
But then I think personally, I would not do anything that I would regret later in future for someone.
Like how? Like,
I don't know how I would put it, but then like I won't force or
Like you
try
won't go
and
over the top.
what do you say? Yes for someone. Like,
okay, send nudes.
no.
Wait, sorry, let me interject. Describe over the top?
Like once I am not feeling comfortable with doing some things, I would let you know. Like I'm not comfortable. I'm not this kind of person. I can't do them. Like even if it is your own love language, even if it is what you like, but once I can't do it, I can't do this thing. You're okay with it. You're not okay with it. Fine.
No, I mean like, what's the most romantic thing? You guys are just talking about texting so far.
Okay.
Let's say you've both been in relationships, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, how did you get those people, those women to say yes to you, that you started a relationship? Was it a situationship?
Okay. I think most times I'm always in a situationship, but then like I think okay, my first girlfriend was in 2012. So I think what happened, I was quite young and naive, so it was just like that. So the most, let me say, stupid thing I've done for love is stealing my sister's clothes to give to her.
Really?
What?
That's so crazy.
That's real. That's real though, because you're like, now I'm getting this for you, one way or the other. What about you, Chidi?
This guy's making me feel like I'm not romantic, man. You know, kind of like it's been a minute since I was in a relationship, so I can't really remember everything I did. But my babe at the time told me I was romantic. So basically, I was just doing like thoughtful things. Like if she needed something, like let's say okay, she's on the phone. You know how babes would be like, you get on the bed together, and she's scrolling through like Instagram, and she sees like a dress, like
Okay.
kind of thing. And if she just says it in passing, oh, I like this dress.
Okay.
Then let's say one day I'm just feeling like, man, maybe she's having a bad day, and I'm like, okay, let me get her this dress, and I get it for her, and I'll show her. She's like excited. So that kind of thing. I'm really like a thoughtful kind of person.
Okay.
So that's what I feel like I was doing. That was romantic.
Okay.
Okay, that sounds cool.
It feels like you're judging me though.
Me? Okay.
You don't want
How
to
would you
get
say
that.
your relationship with your friends are? Like your platonic relationships?
So I really don't have friends like that. I just have like one female friends and several acquaintances.
You don't have friends.
Like that. Just one friend and several acquaintances, like people I just meet along my way, like journey of life. So
there's nobody you can call right now and be like, this is my guy.
yeah, just one person.
Just one person.
Just
and that's
one
a babe.
No, a guy. Like a guy. I'm talking about a guy.
Just one guy.
Just one guy.
That's not scary.
No, it's just one person.
Okay, first. But like this person, where did you meet the person? Like, is it you like
Okay.
from young?
Yes, we grew up together, like the same primary school, secondary school, polytechnic, university.
Okay.
So we've been there. So at some point we were roommates. So that's been there since.
So why don't you like having friends? Like you don't like people or like what's the issue?
Okay, number one thing, I am a shy person. Number two, I really don't know, like I don't get comfortable with people easily.
Okay.
So like I would not share my stuffs with you if I don't know you deeply. So I'll just be like, it's just for the meantime.
Okay.
So once I'm out of your space, we might not even be having conversation again. So I am in your space. And when you are like pressuring me, like, okay, let's see, come to my place, I'll be like, are you sure there's nothing?
So you don't trust people easily, like
Yes, you get so because I came to Lagos, I think, last year. I came to Lagos
Okay.
last year, March last year. So I was just always going to work home till around September or thereabouts, September, October. So I started going out. So when I started going out, I met a guy, he came to me and said, he liked my vibe and he want us to be friends. And collected my IG and okay, fine. From my IG, collected my WhatsApp and okay, but then I noticed this guy, any romantic text forward it to me. Any I miss you, my friend. Where have you been, my friend? Send so it is kind of weird. So it is like giving gay vibe and no. But then we used to talk and we used to go out together. But
Okay.
then like I don't want us to be like together in just one space.
Okay. Is it like you're scared of the guy or like
I don't not like scared, but then like I don't like when someone is like okay, I don't like someone touching me, like touching my skin or something like that. And it's kind of likes with the touching. How are you? Okay, so
yeah,
so I
fair
like
enough.
let us be in the like open space. So
Okay.
so Jai vibe and everything.
Okay. For me, like me, I feel like I'm opposite from you. Like opposite. I'm the opposite. Sorry. Like I have many friends, male, female. Like I like having people around me. Like I won't feel like I spend more time with my friends more than my family sometimes. Like I really care about my friends. Like if they need me, I'm there. Like I'm always there for them. So and I don't even mind touching. I feel like I'm even a touchy person. Like if my guy is there, this nigga's looking at me. If my guy is there, I can touch him. Like it's not a big deal for me anyway. Like we're very like I said, I'm a fluid person. So like it's not really an issue for me. So I really love my friends. Like I tell my friends I love them like every time. Like to just make them know that, just to let them know that I'm always there. But you look very uncomfortable right now, like me saying all this.
And no, like telling me you love me or something like it sounds somehow, but
It sounds somehow.
yes, of course. Even if I tell my male friend I love you, he'll be like, see what so wow, okay. Where do you get so
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Do you sometimes feel, Julius, do you sometimes feel a void? Like, do you wish you had people that you were comfortable with? Or are you okay with being a loner?
no, not really. Because I feel like it's sometimes when I'm alone, it's used to like mess with my mental health. And I think actually why I started going out was because someone advised me, like a doctor, like advised me because of my BP. So
Oh,
he
yeah.
had to advise me like I should not just be indoor every time.
Indoors, yeah.
Yeah, you get like because I have to like think about it because one of my hobbies is thinking. So once I'm alone, I like to be alone and I'll just be imagining a whole lot of things thinking. So he said, okay, I have to reduce the way I think and I have to like go out, meet people and just flex with people. So
You should do that. Okay. How would you guys say your relationship with your parents are? Let's start with Chidi first.
Me personally, I love my mom to death. Like I feel like she's my guy. I don't even see her as my mom. Like that's my friend, basically. Like I talk to her about everything. She's always been there for me. Like I feel like that was even my number one friend ever. So she's always there for me. Like she checks up on me every time. like even when I'm depressed, she's depressed, that kind of thing. Like she's always like she's the love of my life. I can't lie. So I really love my mom. My dad, he's just there, man. Can't lie. Like sometimes I don't know what that nigga is, man. Like I won't lie to you, but he's just there, sha. That's all I can say. Like we just have like he's just my dad, but we don't have like a tight relationship. I feel like Nigerian men and their dads really have a complicated relationship most of the time, and like we don't really get to communicate because of the whole pride issue. So yeah, we don't really have like a relationship. I have like a closer relationship with my mom. What about you?
Okay, personally, it is not like that for me. Like I am a kind of close to my parent, like my dad and my mom. But the thing is, when I left home for Polytechnic, like they used to come because I was quite young. I was kind of 15 years when I left for Polytechnic. So like every day they have to like call me, hello, how are you? How is class? So it was feeling like they were like kind of choking me or something like that. And one thing about me is I really don't like lying. Do you get?
Okay.
I would like to say it the way. So I so at that point I had a girlfriend when I was in Polytechnic. So and whenever I'm in a place and they called like, hello, Ibolowa, where are you? Like it feels somehow. I was like,
They sent you to school and you
yeah,
were following woman.
yeah, like so I'll be like, I'm at home, or I might not pick
Oh,
until
so you don't have to
yeah,
lie.
so I won't have to lie. So, but when I got home, like I was like, see, don't worry, don't be calling me. I'm always fine. See, just call. I will call you when I need you. You don't have to call me. So I think it was like that till after Polytechnic University. So after I finished school, now they are trying to like relate more with me. Like, okay, I have to call them and I don't like this course. I don't like this course. I used to tell them, I don't like calls. If you call me, I might pick and talk. But then like I really don't like calls. But they are finding it difficult to like understand the kind of person I am. So but then sometimes they're always joking. Like they want
Are
me
you,
to talk to them.
are you the
Like
only
that.
child?
No,
Okay.
we are four.
Okay. And they're like that with everyone.
I can't say because
Okay.
my younger brother is quite stubborn like me.
Okay.
So I don't know. But then my dad will say, do I think it is easy to send someone to school and the person did not want to talk to him?
Okay.
So
Yeah.
he really always want to talk to me.
Okay.
So
But do you feel like do you wish they were different, or do you like them the way they are?
no, I wish they were different.
Like,
Because I really want like no stress. I just want to live my life. Right?
okay.
So,
But I feel like I get what you're saying, but like I feel like when they stop doing, I feel like you miss it. If they don't call you as much, I feel like you'll be like, wow, like do they care about me anymore, kind of thing. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Or do you feel like you will miss it? You don't
I
think you?
won't, to be honest, like it is only sometimes my mom calls me. I think my mom understands the kind of person I am than my dad. So my mom just texts me on WhatsApp like, how are you? Longest time, something like that. Or like just a call like once in a month, or you get like, but my dad maybe like once a week he will always want to talk to me.
Okay.
So it's kind of weird. I am fine, I am okay.
Yeah,
If I
fair
need
enough.
anything, we'll talk. So
How long have you both been in Lagos?
I was born and bred here, so I've been here like all my life, basically.
Okay. What about you, Julius?
okay, I think when I finished school in 2019, I came to Lagos till 2020 before COVID. Then I went home for NYC COVID. That was February 2020. Okay, I left Lagos February 2020 and I came back last year, March.
Okay, so you've actually been in Lagos for a good, at least your adult years. You've spent a pretty
Yes,
good amount of
yes,
time.
yes, yes.
Okay, what would you say? What are your thoughts on when it comes to relationships in Lagos, like loving in Lagos, both platonically and romantically? What has been your experience?
Okay. I don't think platonic French in Lagos, females.
It can be with anybody, friendships and relationships.
Okay. I think for relationship, Everybody, we are just sleeping with ourselves. So I don't think it is one genuine. Well, someone can find love in Lagos, but then like I really don't believe in love in Lagos. So because I feel like everybody in Lagos, we are all living fake lives. So everybody, we are just deceiving ourselves.
So you feel like you can find your wife? You don't feel like you can find your wife here?
I might, but then like I really don't. I'm not open to it. Like I really don't find myself saying it. But then, if God says, okay, my wife is in Lagos, I don't have a choice.
Yeah. So like, so what's the thing about Lagos girls you don't like? Like, what's pushing you away from them?
Okay. So number one is just like I said, like I feel like everybody. That's the mentality I have. Like I feel like everybody
Has
just
that ever
life
been
once.
confirmed? That thought, like, have you ever had a thing with a person and found out that they had a thing with another person?
Yes.
Or is that just okay? So it's not like it's a fear you just
No.
picked up from
Yes.
observation.
It's not like a fear. Like it's because I've said like almost all my life, it is just situationship. Like most times, it is just situationship. So I really don't bother. Like this one is sleeping with this one. This one is sleeping with this one. This one is sleeping with this one. So it's just normal for me. Throughout my lifetime in school, it's the same thing. Coming to Lagos, the same thing.
For me, I don't think it's possible to find your wife here, because I feel like Lagos is Sodom and Gomorrah in my opinion. Because like you said, everybody's fucking each other, man. Like I can like literally. There was one time I was messing with this babe, and I found out like two of my guys have run the same pee with the babe, and I was like, and now like you know, and I was so young, I was like 16, 17. Oh, sorry, I was like 15, 16, and I was like. And I thought it was special. Like, do you get what I'm saying? I thought it was special, but like, that opened my eyes to see, like, man, you have to really be. Because Lagos makes you very cold hearted. Like, it's very hard to be
Yes.
vulnerable
In Lagos.
So, everything you're going into every situation or every relationship with, like, this baby is probably going to do this thing, this guy is probably going to do this. So, it's very, like you said, it's very fake. There are many fake people here. So, even if you're real, if you meet a fake person, you're obviously going to try and be like that as well. So being like a genuine person in Lagos is very hard. But hopefully, one day I'll probably find, but I'll probably have to go and date one baby in my village, man, at this point.
Do you
so
think
hard.
that's just romantically? Do you also feel the same way about like even making friends? Do you think people like size each other up before?
Yeah, Lagos niggas are weird.
Of
Like,
course.
Lagos niggas are so weird. Like, let me give you an example. I was out, I think this was 2019. I was outside. No, I'd seen this person, like I went for like summer vacation in the UK and I saw him there. This is my guy.
Okay.
We're hanging out most of the time. And I get back to Lagos and I see him like at an event. I actually go like to put my hand to shake him. He looks away. I saw this guy the whole summer. I come back to Lagos. He acts as if he doesn't know me.
He did not. That's so
Real,
fucked
like
up.
jigger,
What?
like that's why I said Lagos niggas are weird. So like when I meet people now, before I get comfortable with you, I have to know like I have to size you up, I have to see like the way you act around people before I get comfortable. Like even to say hi first, I have to think about it. Like, is this person going to be weird about it? So even platonic relationships, like, is also hard
It's
as well.
tough, yeah.
It's very tough. What about you?
In Lagos, I don't think I have any platonic relationship. Okay, for guys, like I said, I am always in my space, so I might just text, and because I have this guy also that's okay, he's an influencer, like so he used to like, okay, let's go out for events. He wants to create content and stuff. So just like oh yeah, let's go. Sometimes I assist him shooting and stuff like that. So it's basically just that. So it's not like we have any deep connection. I don't have any deep connection with anybody in Lagos.
Because you said you have trust issues with people.
Yes, yeah. I don't know.
Okay, what do you think that the older generation did right when it came to dating and love? Would you look at older people's how they related with each other as a great example?
I can't lie. It might be an unpopular opinion here, but I feel like the older generation didn't do anything well, like in terms of relationships.
Word.
I feel like, especially women back then, they felt like they had to be in relationships because that's all they knew. I feel like this new generation of women know their worth, and like they know that they don't have to be in a toxic relationship. So that's why people are always like, oh, this new generation, you guys can't stay in one place. But it's like, if I'm being in a toxic situation, why do I have to stay there for men and women? So I feel like the older generation, I don't feel like they did like anything well. I just feel like they have good PR as well. And I feel like our generation as well, because there's social media, everything gets posted, everything is shown. So everything looks out there, but there are like so many good relationships out there as well. It's not like how it was, because like I said before, the older generation was very toxic. I've seen firsthand how toxic it can be with the older generation, because most of them don't even believe in divorce or like separation. So they just stay there their whole life suffering and put out an image out there where they're like enjoying themselves. But like, it's just packaging. So I don't look up to them at all. Like, I like our generation. I like how it is. I like there can be situationships. You can be exclusive. You can hoe around. You can be in a relationship. Anything you want to do, basically, you can do it. And that's why I love our generation. That's my opinion.
What about you, Julius?
Okay, I think the women in like olden days, like I think they submit more, which according to the Bible knows it is actually kind of hard for a woman to submit to a man. That is why the Bible itself like made it mandatory for a woman, like submit to your husband, and why the Bible knows it is actually kind of difficult for a man to love. That's why Bible made it mandatory for a man, like husband should love his wife.
Okay, let me say something. If something comes naturally to you, you don't need anybody reminding you of it. I don't believe that it's difficult for a woman to submit. The same way I don't believe that it's difficult for a man to love. I think it's just when you feel like you have to put up with somebody, then you need to be reminded all the time. There's things that come naturally to you, right? Like a routine that you just have and you flow with and it works for you. You don't need anyone reminding you, Julius, don't think today. Oh. Julius, don't think today. If they had to do that, it means that it didn't come naturally to you, right?
So that's why woman respecting a man does not come naturally. That's why woman respecting a man does not come naturally. Like God have to like command them to do that. It's not come naturally. You know? That's why God have to command them to do that.
So you're just saying women are wicked naturally? Is that what you're saying?
Of course.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I agree. I get what you're saying, but I just feel like if a woman respects you, she's going to submit. And I just feel like in a relationship, both like individuals have to submit to each other. Like a woman submitting to a man and the man not submitting back is going to create a toxic environment. So I get what you're saying, but I just feel like both parties have to
play their
roles, basically, in my opinion.
And so that's why I said, like, I feel like the rule God mandated for a man, like, love your wife, and woman respect and submit to your husband.
And what if these parties are not Christians and do not believe in God? Then what roles can be applied to them?
I can't really say. I can't really say, but then it is still. It does not mean like I'm just using the Bible to like back it up. Do you get? I'm just using the Bible to like back it up, because that is the like basis, like the basis of a relationship. Like if you respect your man and like if you respect him and submit to him. So I think one of the reasons why guys find it difficult to like date or marry someone like that is kind of richer than them, you get. So I think because they feel like it will be hard for the person to submit, because it is more easier when you need someone. If I need something from you, it is much easier for me to submit to you. So I feel like that is why like men feel like, okay, fine, this is the power I have, and that is that money factor. So when you need money from me and I know I am the one that can provide money from you, there is no way you have to submit to me. But when I feel like, okay, fine, you don't need anything from me, it is kind of a problem to me. And most times, ladies, like, they feel like, okay, since I don't need anything from this person, what is it even bringing to the table? The table is empty. So I don't need anything from him. I can just do the way I like.
But I won't say that's love. Like, that's just her benefiting from you financially. Like, love, like, even if I'm poor, or don't say poor, but like, even if I can't provide for you at that moment in time, the love is still there. So that's what I'm saying. Like, that whole materialistic thing, it doesn't equate to love. Love is like genuine connection with the person, and you always caring for them. But we don't really find that out there as well. So I feel
And in our, maybe olden generation, but in our generation, money is equal to love. Because if a girl is trying to say, okay, you're not romantic, you're not caring, it's about money. Basically. It's about money. How poor my one TikTok say in love person? And now, no evidence now. You go just dey explain. Evidence no dey.
fair enough.
Fair enough, I guess.
I get what you're saying, but that's one of the reasons why I'm not even in a relationship right now, because I don't feel like I have to provide for you every time for you to love me. Because what's the point? Like, one day something can happen, I don't have money anymore. So that means you're going to leave. And like, that doesn't make any sense to me. So I get what you're saying. I feel like even in the olden generation, like, I feel like they also married for money, because if you see all, like, many women back then used to marry younger so they can marry richer men. I don't feel like it's a generational thing. I just feel like that's just the world we're in, the capitalist environment we're in.
Yeah,
but
true.
like, I feel like for me, love doesn't have to equate to money. Money doesn't even matter when it comes to love. That's why richer and poorer, like, no matter my financial situation, it's more about like soul ties and like how much you care for me or how much I love you, in my opinion. So, but in Lagos, that's not how it is. Like, babes love money, niggas love money.
I really don't think it is only Lagos. Yeah, like, basically every girl, like,
You feel like every girl,
like, it is about, like, that's the first thing. It is about money, because everybody, see, if you want to date someone, like, you would imagine how you can gain from that person.
shows.
So because every girl, like, girls, what they do now is to, like, okay, they have 5 or 6 admirers, so they will table them down. Okay, what will this one give me if I date him? So it is about, everything is about strategy. Okay, would this one provide for me? What do this one give me? What is this one trying to offer? What is this one bringing to the table? So they would have, okay, fine, this is the best man. Let me pick. Let me go for this one. So let me go for this one. So that's what I feel like. So most girls, in, like, generally, it is about money. Like, even because money, we actually all need money to survive. So if I actually see, like, maybe sugar mommy, I would also go for money.
Yeah,
So if I have the chance, like, I would also go for money. So
yeah, fair enough.
That's what you guys think. Is that such a thing? But then again, I think it's because of the perspective of dating in Lagos. What would you say, you have dated people? So what would you say are your icks, like things that you've seen in people that you've dated that you're just like, nah, this is not for me. Things that just turned you off.
I feel like my icks are very, what's the word? Like, they're not really like, okay, I don't like loud people. So I feel like if you're loud, and I've been with loud people before and I hated it because it's like, why are you always shouting? Like, you can literally communicate, like, you don't have to shout. I also don't like people that are very, like, rude as well. Like, even if you're not rude to me, but if you're rude to other people, like, I don't like, because if you're going out to dinner and you're rude to the waiter, I don't like that kind of thing. Or like, you're rude to people that are not as wealthy as you. I don't like that as well. So those are like my main icks. But superficially, if you do leg work, I don't like we can't work. I'm so sorry. Like, like, if you can leg work at a party, I'm not talking to you anymore. I'm just leaving you there. I'm going home.
Oh, you are petty.
Bro, I'm very petty, man. If you're in Insta blog comments fighting with people as well.
Oh no,
I'm
that's
so
a
sorry.
legit reason.
That's a genuine,
That's legit.
like, I can't.
What about you, Julius? What are your icks?
Okay, I think I am kind of sapiosexual. So once you can't hold like intelligent conversations, like I have a problem with it.
Like intelligent, like okay, you're an engineer now. So if you're yearning her stuff about like your work and she doesn't
No,
understand.
It's not about my work. I don't expect her to know about my work. Do you get
Okay.
like basically about like it might be about life or about what's happening, but then like you're telling me, God, we have control or something like that. You don't have anything to like
Yeah, you
say
don't.
about it. Like, yeah, I'll be like, "Gosh."
You're always carrying the conversation.
You get like, I'll be like, what am I even telling you? There's no point. Even God, we have control. You cannot cuckoo talk now. Like, you don't have any point to say. You don't have anything on your head. Like, it is just like, okay, have you eaten? Fine. That's only what you want. And yes, so that's like a real issue. Because personally, I like arguments. So from arguments, I would know your takes on things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would know your takes on things. And if you cannot give me like reasonable points and stuff like that, I look you like, okay, fine, this person is just dumb. Like, yeah. So
So you don't like dumb babes at all, like you should dumb.
No.
Fair enough. I feel you.
Arguments or debates or like conversations? Because if you're arguing with a person, I feel like you're just going to be very riled up. You won't have time to articulate your thoughts as much as if you're just having a conversation.
It might come in form of arguments, can come in form of conversations, because when this is what I do. Like I like to like gain from people, like to hear people's view like about something. So once I am listening to you, once you are giving me your own points, I would tend to like, okay, let me listen to you. Is this reasonable? Is it okay? Because back then when I was in school, like secondary school, I really don't have time to like watch football because my father is about book. So I really don't have time to like watch football. But if I am narrating a Champions League match to you, you would think I was in that stadium. Because once these people are talking about the football, the match they played, I would be there, I would listen. Another people, I will be there, I will be listening. So if I'm narrating the football match to you, you would feel like, okay, I am there. So once we are arguing, like I'm taking your point, it is actually entering my own head and I can always make use of it.
Okay. So you just want a babe that like you can have conversations with and have
Yeah.
like intelligent conversations.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel you, because sometimes like I won't say I've talked to some boring babes and it was like, what am I doing here? Like, because I'll say something and they won't even know what to say because you don't even know what the conversation is about. You don't know how to process the conversation. So having a babe that's like-minded as you and can think the way you think, or doesn't have to even think the way I think, but has like even opposite views, but like she understands the topic.
Like that.
So that makes sense. I feel you.
Okay, so I'm still very caught on that. Your reason, your ick.
Which one?
The legwork. So, like, what are petty reasons? Like this one that you've actually stopped talking to people because of petty reasons that made you think, no, I can't keep this. Whether I was with a friendship, whether I was in a relationship, situationship, you just saw it and you were like, nope.
I have many, but I was talking to this babe. It was like an online, like we were yearning for like a week or two, and she was like, "Oh, let's link." And I entered. It was like at a restaurant. Like obviously there are different babes there, so I hadn't like seen her like in person before. So I saw her, and like her wig was very.
Her what?
Wig was very. I don't know what the word is. It was very. Just know how it was. It was very like, it wasn't appealing to the eye.
Was it like a sponge?
Like it wasn't like, you know when you see a baddie, man, how baddies wear wigs, man. Like she was looking like it wasn't appealing. You get what I'm saying? I don't say anything bad, but you get what I'm saying. So when I saw her, like I couldn't even stay there for like, more than 30 minutes. I was like, man, I have to go home because I couldn't even look at her like properly because it wasn't like she was even ugly. It was the way she wore the wig. I had to block her after, man. I'm so sorry. But that's really one of them. I have many, but that was really the main one I can remember. What about you?
Okay. I think okay. There are some things I actually don't like. Like I really don't like too much respect. Do you get?
What
I
do you
don't
mean?
know, like probably like using sir or something like
Okay.
that. Like I really don't like too much respect. So once you are using sir for me, like I am very uncomfortable with it.
Yeah.
Like instantly, I'm telling you, don't you like not even as a joke.
Yeah.
You get? So I literally I have stopped talking to someone because of that. Because fine, she's saying okay, it is like jokingly or something, like that, but then like even as a joke, I don't want it. I don't like it.
Yeah.
So it is like that, and maybe why? Okay, I can't. I don't think I can remember
But
any this one.
under your first point, that respect thing, I was talking to one babe. We were talking for like 3 days. Then it was a new month. I think we were in May. We entered June. Then she was like, "Happy New Month." I was just like, "Why are you telling her? Like, why are you telling like Happy New Month?
I
Like,
don't even respond to
like,
Happy New
bro,
Month
Happy
message.
New." I had to stop
I
talking to her, man. I was like, man,
I
I'm
don't
so sorry.
I don't respond to Happy New
Happy
Month
New
message.
Month, Happy Sunday.
I don't
Like,
I don't
He's a
respond to
regular.
them.
Are you
I
fucking?
don't respond to
Are you
them.
fucking kidding me, man? Like, come on, I'm not
If-
your dad. Like, how old are we? We are Gen Z kids, man. Like, she was like 23.
Yeah.
Why saying
Once you
Happy
tell me
New
Happy
Sunday?
Sunday, I am not responding to that
I'm so
text.
sorry, man.
Was a happy
am-
Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
I am not responding to
What if
that
I'm
text.
angry that day? Like, I don't get. What if I'm in a bad mood? You're telling me Happy
Oh,
Sunday.
noted.
Nah.
So it should be okay. Good morning, something like that. But then Happy Sunday, good morning, Happy New Month. I would just ignore.
You guys are strict.
I would just ignore.
You guys are strict in here. Okay, so we're coming to the end of this date. How do you guys feel so far about the conversations, the questions? What do you guys think of each other?
From talking to him, I feel like he's a very reserved person, and like he likes his space. But at the same time, he's also very observant. You know, like quiet niggas are usually observant. I'm also very quiet as well. So like, I feel like you're very intuitive as well. And for you to actually date a babe, that babe has to understand you well. Because I feel like you're not the type of person a babe will flock to normally. Because like you say, you're very quiet, and like a certain type of babe has to be around you for you to be comfortable. So that's really what I picked up. And also like, you're also someone that like, I don't know if this is what you want, but you said like women don't submit anymore. I feel like your wife also has to submit to you. You're a very traditional man from everything I've gotten from like our conversation. Am I wrong?
Is it traditional? I don't want to use traditional. Maybe I can say like I'm a very disciplined person.
Disciplined.
Yes, I'm a very disciplined person.
Okay.
Like I have my rules. Like I have my do's and don'ts. So I have things like you don't have to cross the boundary. Once you're not comfortable with it, like I don't know how much like the love is. I don't know how much you can just leave. Like I don't care.
Okay.
And yeah.
So does she have to strictly follow those rules? If she doesn't follow them, is she like, okay,
So-
let's say she follows like 10, but that one she misses it, like, is she gone?
And so the thing is, if I am comfortable, because actually in a relationship, like we are not perfect, nobody's perfect. So, but then like if there are some things like I can still kind of adjust, like you guys. So like talking to someone for hours, personally I don't like it. Okay, presently I am in a like, should I call it a relationship? But then like we are getting to like know each other like very well, and there is this complaint of I don't care attitude, like
You're a nonchalant person.
yes, you get like if you are fighting with me, I might not even know. Like, I might even think you are busy. That's why you're not even texting me. So like, and I think this girl will be like, okay, do you notice anything? I mean, I no see you. I mean, I don't notice anything. No. So yeah, like I'm just there, like okay, like you said, like you are looking at someone's wig or something. It is, I don't use if your wig day up and down. I don't know. Like I'm not a fan. Like I just want someone like just like brilliant, like just intellectual, like so we can just flow. Like I am not about like the body, like the looks or something like that. But then still yet I would date someone like I am attracted to, but then like it is not really like the main focus. So it's just it.
But from talking to me, what have you like gotten from our conversation? Like talking to me.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like you okay, like you said you like friends being around you, like even male and female friends. So I feel like you are more of like a free person. Like, though you said you are kind of reserved, which I really don't know, but then I won't put it because I feel like you are a free person and you like to like play with people or something like
Yeah.
that and like to have people in your space.
Yeah.
So but then really I really don't know your relationship life because you literally did not like open the place. So I feel like you are kind of hiding
I'm hiding.
that. Yeah, you get like you really did not open that space, like your relationship life or something like that. Like you really
Okay.
did not talk about having a girlfriend or something like that, or a fling or something like that. So it
Okay.
is just like, okay, you are texting a babe, you are texting a babe, you are texting a babe, not like you really like
Yeah.
so
Because
it's not like
Oh, he did
you
now.
there
I
is
feel like I
You
did.
did, yeah. I feel like you did
I
too.
feel
no,
like I
like
did.
most times he's just saying he's texting a babe, not like they have been together. Like
No, he mentioned the one where he did something romantic for his girlfriend. She talked about a dress.
Like I get what you're saying because I've seen Shaggy Man, so like I've seen Shaggy Man, so maybe like I wasn't as forthcoming, but yeah, I hear what you're saying. But I still feel like I said some things because yeah, but I get what you're saying.
Okay, quick one before we do go. For both of you, what would you say are important advice? Would I say advice or things that you feel like has to be paramount for a relationship with you to really go very smoothly and for it to be, healthy for both parties? Not like one person is satisfied and the other isn't satisfied. It goes both ways, both in the aspect of efforts and all of that. What do you think is something that has to be very important that both parties? You understand my question?
Yeah, is it like a relationship with me or in general, like a general relationship, like
Let's
general
do with
relationship
you and
advice?
in general.
In general, I don't like giving relationship advice because every relationship has its own dynamic and its own situation. So me giving you advice from my own perspective might not be what is actually going on. So I don't really like giving relationship advice. But one advice I'll always give for everyone entering a relationship is to love yourself. If you do not love yourself and you enter a relationship, it's going to end up being toxic because you're living your life for that person because you don't love yourself. So I feel like if you're entering a relationship, you really have to love yourself and know your worth. In terms of for me, I don't really have like many things. I just feel like you just have to be very caring because I'm a very caring person. And if I love you, I really love you with everything in me. So you have to love me back on that same level because if you don't, it's going to cause an issue. So yeah, that's just my
okay, I
advice.
think as for me, like in general, what I do tell people is okay, do what makes you happy regardless. Like do what even if you're in the relationship, once you're feeling like okay, you're not happy with this thing, like just take your L. Like it is not by force.
Yeah.
So do what makes you happy regardless. Like if you feel like okay, you are going too much for this person or something like this, or you are running over the use for this person just and you're not getting the same energy back, you can just take your leave. And with me actually, this is what I say, okay, I would okay, number one thing is communication. So personally, once I am meeting someone, I would tell you what I like and what I don't. So and I will tell you things I can do for love and things I don't. So I want you to love me the way you love, and I would love you the way I do love because I feel like it's the way I love is different from the way you love. So don't let the way I love affect the way you love people. Do you get? I personally, okay, for example, I don't like PDA. Do you get? But then because I don't like media or showing off my partner on social media, if you like it, like you can. I'm not stopping you from doing that because okay, that's the way you love someone, do it. But the way I love someone, I will do it. If it is by giving gifts, okay, I will do it. If you don't like giving gifts, I'll do it. if you don't like it, I will accept it. That's the kind of person you are. Do you get? So that's it for me.
All right, that brings us to the end of this episode. Really insightful conversation that we got to have with Chidi and Julius about dating in Lagos. Do not forget to subscribe or follow. We are available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, and we'll see you in the next episode. Before we do go, let's get your social media accounts. What's your name on Instagram?
Should I go first? I can't really remember my handle, can't lie. But if you check Chidi Ajok on Instagram, you probably find me. And I also have a podcast as well, the Noir Pod. Like, it's also on Apple Podcasts and Spotify as well. So if you fuck with that, if you fuck with me, you fuck with that kind of podcast as well. So yeah.
Okay, you don't use your socials like that.
Me?
Yes.
I do, but like I can't remember my Twitter handle right now. I can't say it right now. But I'm also on Twitter as well. Chidi Ajoku something, I can't really remember.
Okay, mine is McTobil, or because you might not be able to spell that, so that's just Black Boy Billy.
All right.
Yeah, Black Boy
Thank you, guys. So you guys know where to reach them if you do want to reach out to them. That brings us to the end of this episode. It was really nice having a conversation with you guys. So don't forget to follow us, subscribe to the channel on YouTube, and we're available on Spotify and Apple. All right, guys, we'll see you in the next episode. Bye.